Hi, Peter Charles here, and let's talk about the Perspective X-Pro4 for a minute, replacing the X-Pro3. Is it likely, and what should it have in the way of features? So, let's get started. Well, as you can see, I have an X-Pro3. I've had one since it first came out. I also used to have an X-Pro1. So I've liked this lineup of camera for quite a long time. And we heard through official sources from Fujifilm that the X-Pro4 should be coming out in 2024. Now it appears it's been pushed back to 2025. Hey, look, guys, well, I ain't getting any younger, so let's not delay it any more than 2025, okay? So anyway, let's talk about some features and some issues with the X-Pro3 that I would like to see rectified in the 4 version. I think to start, we know it's probably going to have the 40 megapixel sensor, IBIS. They're probably going to put the bigger NPW235 battery in it, assuming they've got room after they've stuck in the IBIS. So I think that's a given that that's going to happen. But what else about this camera? So I'm going to deal with a simple thing first. If they're going to put video features in the camera, put an HDMI port, please. I mean, it's second nature. It should have an HDMI port. It could be the micro. It doesn't need to be the big one, but you need something. So that's the little thing. Another little thing is there are a lot of guys who are really unhappy that you have to keep lifting this up to change the ISO. The X100V, you don't have to do that. You lift it up, turn, push it back down. So just replicate the X100V. So those are some little things. Another little thing, don't you dare take that focus mode switch away. I mean, they've been doing that in some bodies. Don't. I don't want to go menu diving to be able to switch my focus modes. Okay, those are the little things. What's some of the big things? Well, let's start with the screen that people have a love-hate relationship with. Now, I'm just going to bring up my XS20 here, and you'll notice that being a articulated screen, I could flip it around so you can see the screen. I'll turn that on. So you can see the screen, or I can turn it back and now the screen is hidden. Now we don't want an articulated screen on the X-Pro3. That will probably start a riot. But I have a potential solution. However, this is going to be engineering challenge, but I think engineers like challenges. So we have our screen that flips down like this. Fine. So how about we can rotate it and snap it back so it faces out? Or you can pull it down and then rotate it back and it faces back the way this one is. So you can have your cake and eat it too. You know, the haters can have a regular screen and the people who love this can still have this. Simply enough. It doesn't have to go all the way down. That's far enough. But just flip, fold back, and you have a screen that faces out. Simple. Now onto the bit that I really got annoyed with. The X-Pro1 had a dual magnification viewfinder, and it had 18mm frame lines. We lost that with the X-Pro3. Okay, listen guys, put it back, okay? I used to have a Voigtlander 25mm f4 and a 40mm f1.4. And with these particular cameras, lenses I should say, the frame lines were almost identical because of that dual magnification feature. So when I flipped from the 25 to the 40, I didn't really get a change in the size of the box of the frame lines. The magnification changed, but the frame lines basically stayed the same. It was great. It made the optical viewfinder a beautiful thing to use. If you put a 50 on this thing, you're pretty well stuck with using the EVF because the frame lines are so small. So, you know, if you have the magnification, also you tend to clear the barrel of the lens a little bit better as well. So, you know, can we put that magnification back? Also, we need the frame lines for 18mm, and I think we need to improve it a little bit in terms of its optics to make it a little bit better. But, I mean, really, I mean, this optical viewfinder, the hybrid viewfinder, is the thing that makes this camera so special. And to dumb it down like they did with the version 3 it left me scratching my head. So the other little thing I would say is move the Q button. I hit it by accident. I put it up here, which is great because I can take a picture and then hit my Q button, make a change, put it back, and see it's never leaving my eye. I can see my Q menu just by pushing this, pushing it again to take it off. Works like a charm. So put the Q menu there, works, and then we can do whatever you like with that thing. So that's kind of things I would like to see on an X-Pro4. And since it's been pushed back to 2025, who knows? Maybe they might throw some of those in. So I'd like to see this earlier than later, but if it has to be 2025, fine. I'll take my X-Pro4 then. So anyway, that's what my thoughts are on the camera, and I hope some of it comes to pass. Cheers.